Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm excited to talk to you today about something you might think is kind of wild and crazy that I am just finishing up right now, and kind of the mindset behind it and how it applies, obviously, to life and business. So I embarked on a 5-day water fast, and there's a lot of reasons why I did that. I did the Viome gut health test, and it told me my inner age was 40 and my cellular health was crap. And I'm like, I'm only 34. I didn't just lose 6 years of my life. So I went on the Google rabbit hole of how to reduce your inner age. Like, how do you heal your cells? And over and over and over again, I saw fasting. You got to do long-term fast. And since I've been on 3 rounds of antibiotics this year, which is crazy, I'm like, all right, I am fasting. So I did a 5-day water fast and I am finishing it. I have 20 minutes left, 23 minutes left, and I am done, and I haven't eaten in 5 days. This is wild coming from your girl who, like, back in like my fitness days, like especially in high school, my senior year, and in college, it's like I have to eat, I have to have a snack with me at all times. And I'm like, oh, I'm fine. Like I didn't die. So what did it teach me? And what was like my mindset to make this a success? So thing number one, have a vision of what you want to create with everything that you do. So I had a vision. I'm like, what do I want to create with this fast? And so I'm like, all right, obviously I want to heal, like cellular healing. I want to live longer, anti-aging. I've had a lot of rib issues in the past and very much now in the present. And I'm like, when you fast, your body actually generates stem cells. So I'm like, sweet, stem cells, heal me. So I created this vision. I'm like, what do I want to create during these 5 days? I don't want to just jump into it without a vision. So anything that you do, you want to have a vision. What do you want to create? Thing number two that I did is I'm like, I'm going to get support. I'm going to get a buddy. So I messaged my good friend, Susanna, and I'm like, hey, do you want to do this with me? And I'm so happy I did. It was a completely different experience having her go through the entire process with me and just being able to like have someone to turn to. And she was such an encourager. We were able to encourage each other. And I don't know if it, like, I definitely would not have had the same experience if I did not have that support. So anything that you're doing, have support, like seek that support, someone that is a cheerleader for you. Thing number three, I set myself up for success. And so I'm like, okay, what is this specifically gonna look like? How can I make sure that this is successful? I'm like, all right, I got the supplements that Dr. Pompa has been talking about. I got like all my water. I make sure I have my electrolytes. I'm like, what else do I need to make sure I have? So I'm set up for success. I looked at my calendar. And so I put it on the calendar, specifically the times that I didn't have to do any work stuff. I asked my husband, I'm like, I'm going to need some help with the kids. So I'm like, with anything that you're doing, how can you like think ahead and set yourself up for success? Thing number four, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Like it, things are when you have that mentality, that mindset, and that faith that yes, even when things are hard, you could do it. You can 100% do it. And thing number five was just having that belief that I can do hard things. That belief, that core belief that I can do hard things. When you set yourself, you do a challenging thing, something you've never done before, something that's stretchy. What happens is your confidence builds. Your confidence builds when you finish that task, that thing that you've never done before. You follow through on your commitments. You start to trust yourself more, and you start just to believe in yourself more, and you show up differently. You have more confidence. You take bigger risks, which leads to bigger rewards. So I'll tell you a funny story of what happened. So like I feel so good today. Oh my goodness. I'm like about to be done day 5, and it's the best day, I think. Day 2 to 3 was a little rough. I burned myself with the hot water maker, making myself some tea. And then when I poured myself some tea again, I dumped the whole thing on the ground of, boiling hot water. I'm like, oh, that's great. And then I put Gabrielle's shoes on the wrong feet. And my husband was like, what? Stay away from the children. That was day 2 and 3. That was the hardest day. Once you get through day 2 to 3, it's like almost a piece of cake for the most part. But yeah, if you have questions, I'm happy to answer. But I hope by me sharing the mindset that went into a new challenge, something I've never done before. The longest I've ever fasted before was 42 hours. And let me open up my life app so I can share with you. Oh, yes. I am at 119 hours and 51 minutes and 40 seconds. So I got 10 minutes ago. So to recap, have a vision. What do you want to create? What's the vision around this? Get support. Set yourself up for success. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I can do hard things. When you do that, you build your confidence. So I would love to know. Send me a DM on Instagram at She's Making an Impact and let me know what's a challenge that you have overcome lately. What's something that you're like something that you have set up for yourself that's going to help you grow. We can't just stay comfortable and coast. We got to think, what's my next step? What's my next cut? What's my next level? What's that next challenge that I'm going to tackle? Because when I do that, I'm going to grow. My confidence is going to grow. I'm going to become a better person. So shoot me a DM on Instagram. I would love to chat with you about that. And that being said, I hope you have an amazing day and I'll talk to you later.